got a prescription, yeah, for this love pain? Anybody got a pill I could pop for this love pain? Anybody got a prayer I could say for this love pain? Yeah, ooh, I need it for this love pain. Anybody got a prescription, yeah, for this love pain? Anybody got a pill I could pop for this love pain? Anybody got a prayer I could say for this love pain? Yeah, ooh, I need it for this love pain. Anybody got a prescription?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Everything's gonna be all right. Yes, it is. So, hello, everybody. This is Vivian, and today is Thursday, April the 29th. Yep, tomorrow's the last day of April, the last day of the first quarter, and it has just been an amazing time. I mean, things have been happening all over the place, and people are just, I see so many of my online Facebook friends, and they're really digging into their businesses, and just people are just having a great time. You know why? I think because at the beginning of 2021, there was a lot of hope that this virus and all this kind of stuff would be like a thing of the past, right? And I think it's coming to that point. So that's why I want to kind of talk about how to find your courage. Now, most of the time, you know, a lack of hold on, before I get to that, if you are new to the broadcast, please give StreamYard permission for me to see your comments, and please make some comments. I would love to hear your comments. Also, like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Wait till the end of the video before you subscribe, though, because you want to see if you like it or whatever. I got tons of other videos on the channel, but just like, share, and subscribe. So there's the administrative part of this conversation. So I want to talk about how to find your courage. Now, typically, the lack of courage comes from the introduction of fear. You've heard the phrases, right? Fear is false evidence appearing real. You can look at it that way. Or it's face everything and rise. Okay? So one of those phrases is a realization. You're realizing that fear is not even real. It's a feeling, it's an emotion. But typically, the reason why you're having fear is because you're creating scenarios in your head that don't exist. You're anticipating things going wrong. And that's typically what we do when we're talking about fear, is we anticipate things going wrong when none of that has actually happened. So that's where the false evidence appearing real comes in, is because it's a realization that, oh my God, this is not even real. This is why am I so afraid? Because I'm making up stories in my head that don't exist. And so when you realize fear is nothing but a lie, then you can think about, oh man, I can be, do, and have anything I want, because the fear that I'm feeling is not even real. Those stories I'm making up in my head, not even real. So when you think about that, you can say, you know what? I'm going to do this because I deserve it. And that's where your courage comes in. Courage is built from changing that mindset of, oh my God, what can go wrong, into, oh my God, what can go right? How many wonderful things can happen in my life if I just let go of this false evidence appearing real. And so the next one is more of an affirmation. So when you think about face everything and rise, that is an affirmation. I'm going to face everything and I'm going to rise up to my highest height. I'm going to use fear as fuel. And it's an affirmation that I can still do and have anything I want as long as I just do it. See, all of it is taken care of by action. So when you face everything and rise, you become empowered. You have the courage to say that, this courage and this confidence is ingrained in me, but I just need to let it out. I need to stop fearing everything and just rise, just face everything and rise, because I'm not telling you you're not going to be afraid, because that is a natural human emotion. Don't let people make you feel bad because you're afraid of something. If you're afraid of something, sometimes it's a good thing. Know why? Because it fuels you to do something to get away from the fear. Right? Because you can use fear as fuel. Fear, so you have to pick your fear. So do you fear more of being the same, or do you fear more of success? So do you want to stay in the same rut that you're in now? Or do you want to push past that fear and just overcome it and be the person that you see in your head? Now, that's another thing. You have to visualize it. Actually, visualizing it in your head and visualizing it, say, on a vision board, or visualizing it as you write it down, all of those things help you get the courage to do whatever it is that you need to do to move yourself forward. And I can remember when I first started in my company, right? So there's a presentation. Now I don't have to do presentations because we have tools and everything for that. I could send somebody a video and say, okay, watch this video. But I wanted to be able to do the presentations. And yes, I was nervous. I was really nervous because I didn't know the information. I wasn't really sure, but I had gone to like several presentations and I was watching everybody trying to get the information down. I wanted to be perfect. Yeah. Perfection kills a lot of courage. I'm just going to tell you, because if you're gathering information and gathering information and gathering information, all of a sudden now your courage is diminished because you see all these different, say I was looking at all these different methods of doing this presentation and different people's style. But what I had to realize is I had to develop my own style. I had to, yes, know the information a little bit, or just look at the slides and read from them. Either way, the person coming to the presentation had no idea what I was supposed to say. And that's what one of my leaders told me, is like, because I was very, very hesitant about doing a presentation, because I'm one of those type people, or at least I was one of those type people that I had to get it perfect. I had to make sure that I knew every single thing before I did it. Well, I didn't. I didn't need to know every single thing, because anybody that I invited to that presentation had no clue. All they wanted was the general information that I had to share. And also telling stories, being able to reiterate stories that I had heard from different people was more of a key than just giving the hard facts sometimes. And it depended on the person. Some people are, fact, they want fact, 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 fact after fact. That could be a really boring presentation, by the way. But I was in a mode of, I didn't have the courage that I needed to do the presentation. But once I did one, that built my courage, because I was like, whew, I was able to do that. Oh my God, I did it. Yes. Did I mess up? Yeah. But the person coming to the presentation had no clue that I messed up. Unless I told them I messed up, they wouldn't have ever known. And so I did it again. And then I did it again and again and again. And then I became more confident in doing the presentation, because confidence and courage are wrapped up in the same gift. When you have the courage to do something, you become more confident. Your confidence level builds as you jump past that fear factor and go into your courage mode. So to find your courage is to go into action. Do whatever you need to do to get to that goal, get to that place in your life where you're feeling confident. Now, when my mentor told me that nobody really knows what I was supposed to say, it was like light bulb, mind blown. Well, you're right. Nobody has a clue what I was supposed to say. And even if I just read from the slides, I could read in a manner that I was really excited about, because I am really excited about it, and I was really excited about it. So me reading from the slides, it didn't really feel like it was reading from the slides. It was like I'm telling people about what I'm passionate about. And so it became something that I could do with a little bit more confidence. Therefore, I found my courage. So I'm not saying, you're not going to have butterflies in your stomach. I still do. Before every presentation I do, I still have the butterflies. I have the butterflies. I have the nervousness. Sometimes I have the little shakiness. I mean, even when I'm doing these morning broadcasts, I still get nervous right before the broadcast, even though I've been doing this for a year now. And it really it surprises me as to the fact that I am still very nervous about getting on here and sharing whatever thoughts that I'm having that day, or sharing the information with people, so that perhaps if you're having these challenges, that you can be encouraged by it and say, you know what? I'll find my courage, because I am going to go into action. I'm just going to do it anyway. And that's one of the things I found too with courage. Courage comes from action. You have to take some kind of act. You have to do it anyway. If you do it anyway, oh my God, how much better you'll feel after the first time. And then you'll do it over and over and over again. And then as you continue to do it, you become better and better and better at it. And so courage is one of those things that you have to decide that you're doing. Now, sometimes, now I know, remember when I was in high school, they had this talent show. Now I would sing like in the house, around my family, in church and things like that, because I was comfortable around the people that I was singing in front of, right? But we had a talent show, and my cousin had asked me to be in this little group that they were having, right? And we were singing this song, Summer Breeze. And I was supposed to be the tenor in the Summer Breeze song. Well, if you don't know Summer Breeze, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But it was is the Four Tops? No, it wasn't the Four Tops. I can't remember the group. Anyway, this group sang this song, Summer Breeze. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the kitchen in my mind. And so that song, and we were singing this song, and I was so nervous. We were behind the curtain, and when they started bringing us, called our little group out, man, I thought I was going to pass out. And so to me, my voice was shaky, but I guess what was projecting out to the audience was something totally different, because what I did was I did it anyway. I was nervous. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to mess up, going to sound like a squeaky wheel or whatever it was. But I didn't. To them. To me, I sounded terrible because I was so nervous. I thought my voice must be shaking like crazy. But I closed my eyes and pretended like I was home with my family. Now, good thing one of the people in the little group was my cousin, so I could literally look at her and sing, because I knew that she was somebody familiar. Now, not that I didn't know my classmates. I knew my classmates, but I had never sang in front of them. So this was very nerve-wracking for me. And when we did it and when we finished, my legs felt like jelly. But the thing about it is that I did it anyway. You're going to feel fear. It's one of those things. It's a human emotion that everybody feels at one point or another. But to find your courage, you have to do it anyway. You know, another thing about my business is when I first started, I didn't want to call anybody. I didn't want to contact anybody because I had this feeling of I don't want to be rejected, right? But it wasn't even about me. And that's what I had to realize, that it wasn't about me. It was about getting the things to people that they needed or wanted in their hands. And if I was so selfish as to not share it with them, then that was about me. You know, that was an ego trip. You know, not ego as in, oh, I'm so much better than anybody, but ego in I don't want to look bad. You know, that's because that's ego. All the I don't want to look bad, I don't want to be embarrassed, I don't want, all that stuff is ego. And so in order to find my courage in doing it, I had to make that first phone call. Then I had to make the next phone call. And then I had to make the next phone call. And until I got past the fear, the courage wouldn't come by me looking at it and never doing it. You can't build courage, and you can't find your courage if you don't do the thing that you fear. And that's the key to finding your courage, is do the thing that you fear. And when you do it once, you can do it again. Just keep telling yourself, oh, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And just keep saying that over and over and over again. And then after a while, that confidence and that courage, they'll be married. You'll be so confident that you'll wonder, why in the world was I afraid of that in the first place? Right? So have the courage to decide what you want out of life. And then don't let anyone or anything stand in your way of getting it. Just do it. You know, like the Nike commercial, just do it. Just do it once. Make me a promise. Find that thing that you fear. Do it once. Just once. Just one time. And then after that time, you'll find that it wasn't as hard as you made it out to be. And even if it doesn't go the way you think it should have, don't judge yourself. Because you remember I was telling you about the talent show? Everybody was coming up to us and saying, what a great job we did. I thought I did a terrible job. But what I heard in my head, and the conversation I was having in my head, was not the reality. So it was that false evidence appearing real. I had false evidence up here, but I thought it was real, but it turns out it wasn't. So if you think about all those fears that you have and you do it anyway, and then you realize that you did it, guess what? You found your courage. It sounds very simple, and actually it is. Pray about it, meditate on it, do whatever you need to do to get past it, but find your courage. You can if you just do it once. Then you can turn around and rinse and repeat, as they say. Just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And then all of a sudden it'll feel like this was all a part of you all along. Right? Okay. So that is the way to find your courage. And you know what courage is? Courage and confidence, where do they come from? Faith and belief in yourself. All you have to do is believe that you can do it, and you will. You will. I promise you. If you say, I have faith in myself, say affirmations every day. Say them every day. Face everything and rise, Vivian. Face everything and rise, whatever your name happens to be. And then just do it. And just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it until, whoo, oh my God, I'm so successful. I don't know what I'm doing. I am just so successful. I am so happy and grateful now that I am a successful whatever it is. Just say it as if it's true, because it actually is. It just hasn't happened yet. See, just like you can make up those stories of what bad could happen, you can make up the stories of what good could happen. And then your mind starts to think, oh, let's go to work getting that done, because they think positively of themselves. They think that they can do something. Okay, great. Let's do it. And so you can do it. You can find your own courage just by doing it, just by doing that thing that scared you the most. Got it? Promise? Okay. I want comments. I want you to put a comment in here. If you're doing hashtag replay, which probably most people that are watching this do hashtag replay, tell me what that thing was that you were so afraid of and you did anyway, and now it's a habit for you. It's something you have the courage to do every single day. I would love for you to share. I share two things with you. Two things that I did to bolster my courage in two separate deals, right? Talent show went years ago. And recently with my business. Actually, I think I did three things: the presentation and the phone calls. See, I already shared three things with you. So share with me, what were those things or that thing that you were so afraid of, but you did it anyway, and now you have the courage to do it every day, or as often as you need to. And this thing seems to go off every day. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Hello. Okay, so have the courage to decide what you want out of life. Do it. Don't let anybody stop you. You can do it. I promise you can do it. And I hope that you have an amazingly fantastic day today, and that everything you want in life is yours. All right. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. But in the meantime, I wish you peace. I wish you love. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.